For 2019, the Dodge Charger returns for its 14th model year since its reincarnation in 2006. As I do every year, for mostly every Dodge and Chrysler model, this video is going to be a full buying guide for the 2019 Dodge Charger. This is going to include pretty much every single option for each model in the lineup, such as stripes and colors, along with the prices and photos. Throughout the video, I'll also be highlighting new changes that are here for 2019, but were not found in 2018, so you'll get all the updates of the models as well. The 2019 Chargers are now being sold in dealerships, and hopefully this guide helps you decide on a model if you're a new customer, or maybe you'll just find it interesting to see what's offered if you're a Mopar enthusiast like I am. On another note, this is all just for American Chargers only, with US prices. I will also post a brief summary of all the changes from last year to this year at the end. So this year, the lineup is looking a little thin. In 2018, there were 11 models to choose from: SXT, SXT Plus, GT, SXT Plus Leather, RT, GT Plus, Daytona, RT Scat Pack, Daytona 392, SRT 392, and SRT Hellcat. So a ton of models there. But for 2019, Dodge has cut it down to just 5: SXT, GT, RT, Scat Pack, and SRT Hellcat. So it looks like there are less SXT and GT options, and the SRT 392 is totally gone. The Daytonas are kind of gone, but you can add the same look as the Daytonas had, but we'll get into that. So for the first model, we have the SXT with a base price of $28,995, so no price change from last year. The SXT also comes in an all-wheel drive version for $33,095. One interesting thing to note here is that Dodge has switched things up for all-wheel drive. Last year, the all-wheel drive models were GT only, but now the GT is rear-wheel drive only, and the SXT gets the all-wheel drive option, so that's a bit of a change. What hasn't changed is the engine. We still have the same 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 with 292 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque, paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. So this is the same engine since 2011. This engine gets 19 city and 30 highway MPG, and the all-wheel drive version gets a bump in horsepower to 300 horsepower and 264 pound-feet of torque with 18 city and 27 highway MPG. The all-wheel drive system is automatic with an active transfer case and front axle disconnect. Some standard features for the SXT include a park view backup camera and assist system, Uconnect 4 with 7-inch touchscreen, keyless entry, and a remote start. The SXT has tons of packages offered, with 7 of them. I'll show them all on screen, but I'm not going to talk about all of them just to save some time. Some interesting ones are the Blacktop appearance group for $12.95, which adds a black spoiler, black fascia pieces, 20-inch black wheels, and sports suspension. For the people who live in the cold, there's a $495 cold weather package, which adds heated mirrors, heated front seats, and a heated steering wheel. Mopar also offers an interior appearance group now, which is $475 for door sills, a pedal kit, and premium floor mats. And finally, if you're a sound junkie, you can opt for the Alpine audio group for $1,095, which gives you an Alpine sound system with a subwoofer and speakers. (17x7) painted aluminum wheels come standard, but there's actually 3 SXT wheel choices that you see on screen. But for the 20-inch options, you can only get them from packages. And any black noise wheels that you see are a new design for 2019. Cloth seats are standard on the SXT, but you can get Houndstooth for $95 or Nappa leather sports seats from one of the packages. And the only other SXT option that I found was a power sunroof to the tune of $1,295. The second model is the GT for a base price of $31,364, which is about $1,600 cheaper than the 2018 GT. The GT also has the 3.6-liter V6 with 300 horsepower and 264 pound-feet of torque, and as I've mentioned, this is rear-wheel drive only. One huge difference from last year is that starting with the GT, all the models get performance looks with a performance hood, fascia, suspension, and 20-inch wheels. This look used to be reserved only for Scat Packs and SRT models, but last year Dodge made it available on some other models as an option, so you had to pay to get the Super Track Pack. But now, as you can see, this look just comes standard on every single model except for the very base SXT. So this was definitely controversial because many felt like it took away the exclusivity of the higher end models since they now mostly all look the same. but I'm going to do a whole other video on this as well. Anyways, the GT also gets performance seating and paddle shifters on the steering wheel, and cloth seats are standard. All of the packages are pretty much the same as the SXT. The only improvement is the performance handling group for $14.95. So this adds 20x9-inch black noise wheels, 4-piston Brembo brakes with black calipers, and performance suspension. And this is basically the first time that we see Brembos available on the V6 models. Red brake calipers are also an option for $4.95 if you get the Brembo option. And you can also opt for a gloss black painted roof for $1,500. The GT offers a whopping 6 wheel choices. Some are available for an extra cost, and some are packages only. I'll indicate that on the screen. I've also noticed that many of the wheels are from previous years, like the past RTs and Scat packs, and even Daytonas. And again, the black noise wheels are new, and also Satin carbon options that you see are new as well for 2019. In the middle of the lineup is the RT for $35,995, which is $500 more than last year. The RT has the 5.7-liter V8 Hemi with 370 horsepower and 395 pound-feet of torque. This engine gets 16 city and 25 highway MPG, and the RT has features like an electronically controlled active exhaust, Dodge performance pages, and the same look as the GT. It also has many of the available options that we've already covered. And cloth seats are standard, but with packages you can upgrade. There are 2 different packages from the other models that are available on the RT. First is the Harman Kardon Audio Group for $15.95 that adds a 19-speaker surround system. And there's also the Daytona Edition group, which I briefly mentioned. So this is a $3,495, which basically turns your RT into an RT Daytona from 2017 or 18. And this also applies to the Scat pack, which we'll get to. So, you can get the same wheels that the Daytonas had, along with the same black spoiler, black decals on the hood, roof and trunk, Daytona front grille badge, Daytona Nappa Alcantara seats, a Mopar cold air intake, and every other feature that the Daytonas had. So, this package, $34.95, turns your RT into an RT Daytona. All the wheel options are the same as the GT, so I'm not going to cover that again. New options for 2019 is the available dual carbon stripe for $9.95. In other years, these stripes were only available on the Hellcat. Now it's available on the RT and up. And there's also a Daytona car cover, which costs $375. Moving on, we have the Scat pack for $39,995. It's the same price as last year, but Dodge dropped the RT from the name. The Scat has the 6.4-liter V8 that makes 485 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque. This engine gets 15 city and 24 highway MPG, and standard features include Brembo 4-piston brakes, SRT performance pages, active exhaust, and new for 2019 is the new performance grille with dual air inlets on either side. The Scat mostly has the same options as the RT, but it adds a few. You can still add the Daytona package for $3,500, so basically by doing that you turn the car into a Daytona 392 from last year. The Dynamics package costs $2,200 and upgrades the car to 6-piston Brembos, 20x9.5-inch wheels, and 275mm tires. There's also the option of the adaptive damping suspension for $995, and you can now add a satin black painted hood to your Scat pack from the factory for $1995. As for wheels, there are 4 options as shown on screen. On the inside, cloth performance seats with the Scat Pack B logo come standard, but you can also get black or red Nappa Alcantara seats or the Daytona logo seats as part of packages. Finally, the top of the line Charger is the Hellcat, of course, with a base price of $67,045. This is $950 cheaper than in 2018. The Hellcat has a 6.2-liter Supercharged V8 with 707 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque, so unlike the Challenger Hellcats, there's no power improvements at all. Gas mileage is rated at 13 city and 22 highway, and the Hellcat is also the only model in the Charger lineup that adds a gas guzzler tax for the year, which adds $1,700 to your bill. The Hellcat can hit a top speed of 204 miles per hour, and standard Hellcat features include the same performance grille with air inlets as the Scat Pack, a 6-piston Brembo brake system, SRT drive modes and performance pages, and 275mm tires. And most of the Scat options are available here, like for example a satin black painted hood and the gloss black painted roof. There are 2 Hellcat only packages. The Power Convenience Group is free, and it just adds front power seats, adjustable steering column, and lumbar adjustments. And the Alcantara Group adds Alcantara Laguna seats with the SRT logo and an Alcantara wrap steering wheel for $695. On the exterior, there are now 5 different stripe options, all for $995, which is new for 2019. So last year, there was just 2 options, but now they've added dual blue, dual silver, and dual red, along with the dual gunmetal and dual carbon. There's also 3 brake caliper color options, black, gunmetal, or orange for $495 if you want to change it up from the stock color, which is red. For wheels, there are 4 options with varying costs: 5-spoke low gloss black, a brass monkey type of design, dark bronze wheels, or 5-spoke matte vapor wheels. The Hellcat logo Laguna leather seats are standard, coming in either black, sepia, or demonic red, and you can opt for the Alcantara seats with the SRT logo instead with that package. And finally, one other cool option is that the red seatbelts are available for $195. So that's it for models. Now let's quickly look at colors. Billet and Yellow Jacket are no longer available in 2019, they're gone from last year. A new color is replacing Billet, called Triple Nickel, which you can see on the Challenger on screen, but that's going to be a late availability option. So that means that there's 13 colors, 12 available right now, plus the Triple Nickel. So we've got Pitch Black, Maximum Steel, Granite, Destroyer Gray, Indigo Blue, B5 Blue, Plum Crazy, Octane Red, Tour Red, Go Mango, F8 Green, and White Knuckle. So on screen, I'm just going to show a quick recap on what's new for the 2019 Chargers from last year. So that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed checking out all that the 2019 Dodge Charger has to offer, and make sure to stay tuned for more buying guides across the Dodge and Chrysler lineup. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video.